Okay, cool.
Hello, hello everyone.
I gotta mute that.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys doing? Oh, some
Doing
some
so much
people some
better.
people got notified today. I'll still do my YouTube. I'll still do my YouTube video to try though, just to make double sure.
That's fair.
See if YouTube fixed their thing.
Probably not, because it's YouTube.
This is true. Where is no necklace? Stop it. My pendant's gotten all kerfluffled. Okay. So anyway, hi guys. It is, for those of you watching on YouTube, it is the January Patreon Hangout live stream. And yeah, this is where we just come and hang out and have a good time. And I wonder why my thing's not notifying me. Someone talk.
Hello.
Why is it not?
Hi.
Why is it stuck on me? I don't want it to be stuck on me. I like it when it bounces around.
Click yourself again. Or click someone twice. It should deselect.
There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's all fixed. It was being weird, I think.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is that Armani? Hello, Armani.
Hey, Armani, how you doing? I know you can't see it, Armani, but I have the picture you drew of me being sad and Hollow Knight as my background on my desktop. Have you guys seen it? It's an amazing fan art of me.
I saw it on Armani's
I have not.
Instagram. It's gorgeous. You did a good art, Armani.
She did. It's really fucking funny. Here, I'll show you guys. Hold on.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Because I've been streaming Hollow Knight, and she's gone to like almost all of them, and then she just surprised me on Instagram one day and posted this, and I was like, I can't, because I didn't know about the maggots. I didn't know. I felt bad.
It's okay.
Because I murdered them, and I didn't get to read their brains, and then it was like, I got the little journal entry being like, oh yeah, they are the weakest in Hollow Nest, and so they hide away from fear of being murdered or something, and I'm like, I just slaughtered their family. I didn't know.
No.
And I love it though, because she drew a little pastel in the background collecting the gold. Or the geo.
I love that one. It's so cute.
It's in the art chat. I know people on Patreon. Great grammar. People on the tubes of you can't see it yet, so I'm gonna zoom this over so you can see it. Armani drew this. Armani Arts on DeviantArt. You guys should follow her. She's a cute artist and she does funny memes. I like the memes. I'm pretty basic.
It's a good art.
Oh my god, though, I love having multiple screens now. It's become like something that makes me very happy.
When I get a second graphics card, I'm gonna have 4 monitors.
Oh, well, good for you. Okay, I'm happy with my 3. Gotta one-up me, or...
Oh, look. My computer's gonna be well over $1,000 once it's complete.
Oh.
Yeah.
I put a lot of money into this.
I know.
Way more than you need to.
Oh, I know. I'm probably gonna have to, There was one stream I remember with non-muted phone calls. What? Armani, you don't have to advertise me. Of course I do, Armani! You literally go to every single one of mine and fucking advertise me in them. Like, why wouldn't I?
Everyone, Armani is a really good artist. You should go follow her stuff.
She is.
They're all so good.
Like I said, good. She's a good memer. Good meme. Good meme and good artist.
I'm gonna go check out the DA now. Because I have that ability.
I think she's more active on Instagram than DA. I think the only reason, but I know she has a DA, hence why she posted it to me. But yeah.
Oh hey, there's the art. I'm
Yeah.
gonna favorite it now. And now I'm gonna watch them because I don't have an Instagram.
Gaspu in Spanish. Anyway, so how was your guys' New Year and end of the year? Because I didn't get to do another one in December like I wanted to. So how have you guys? How was? We can go back. How was Christmas for you guys?
I did absolutely nothing.
I got money
I was.
and Copics.
Yay!
I had also gotten money.
I swear, Pyth, I thought the way you said it was missing. I got money and cocaine.
What?
That's like the way you were talking about it. I was like, is this where she's going? It's like, oh no, I got money. Pause, and Copics. Oh.
You just made critical through my nose. Oh. Speaking of Christmas, we haven't done a stream thing since you got your new mic, and it seems to be working well.
I know, and you can all thank Orr for that, because he bought me my mic for Christmas.
Yay.
And it's a blessing. I love it so much. Now all I need to do is when I get some money, because I already bought another external hard drive. Because since Premiere fucking upgraded, I have to have my videos in like such high quality that it takes 10 to 15 hours to upload a fucking video now. That I'm like, yeah, I don't know why. And some people are like, yeah, Premiere does that, so download this other program to do this. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's so much work.
RIP.
That's so much work for something I don't get paid enough in. And I feel bad because I'm like, my videos aren't like heavily edited or anything, and I'm like, okay, you know what? At this point, if I can get it in 720, it'll be fine for now until I get a beast. Unless I'm actually doing like an art challenge thing where the art in the background's important. I'm just like, as long as it's not blurry, that's all I care about.
That's 100% fair.
Alright, well, how was okay, well, since the Christmas thing was how was your guys' day? How was your guys' New Year's?
I worked.
What was it like? Anyone consider you their grandchild again?
Anyone
Yeah.
consider what?
Yeah, for some reason, since Sky is so short and she works with old people, a lot of them have kind of the Heimers, and they're like, oh, you're my grandkid, and Sky's told me, like, no, I'm not, I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's okay. I'm using it to my advantage now.
How are you? How are you using it to your advantage?
Some of them will go a lot easier with a family member than they will a nurse.
That's true.
So if I say, come on grandma, we're gonna go have some dinner now, that's much easier. That'll get some of them to come much easier.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. I feel terrible for laughing.
At least
No,
you don't have to deal with
there
people
is
who are
no
fucking, like, drunk as shit or high as shit.
This is true. And okay, for emphasis, I can laugh at this because my grandmother had Alzheimer's and dementia for like years since I was 13. So I know all of the terrible stuff that happens with that. So when you can have a little fun, it kind of makes up for the pain. Like I have a funny story. It's a fucked up story, but it's pretty funny. Okay, so back in high school, so my grandmother, on top of being a giant racist, was a huge germaphobe. And so I had this friend named Brad. I love Brad. I'm still friends with Brad today. Brad has scoliosis. And I remember one time my grandma was spouting off some very bad racist stuff, and we just didn't want to hear it. We came downstairs to watch movies and have fun with friends. And my friends knew about my grandma, so it wasn't like oh, this is a surprise thing. And so Brad sneezed on accident, and she like lost her damn mind, being like, oh my god, don't get me sick, I'll die. And so then my friend Brad was like, yeah, I'm very contagious, I have scoliosis. And she's like, oh, I've heard of that scoliosis. I know it's contagious! And then she took her walker and went out into the back room, and we all kind of made a joke that whenever she tried coming back into the room with us watching TV, we would keep saying that we all have scoliosis and it's extremely contagious, and she would always go, "Ah, scoliosis!" and then go back in the other room.
Rip.
It's a very fucked up thing, but again, it's one of those, like, you know, oh god, why? Ugh. But, I don't know, I thought it was funny, since it didn't seem to nail.
I mean, it is funny.
Anyway, oof. What is... Oh, it's a card. So anyway, how is your guys' New Year going? Because it seems like for a lot of my friends, it's going pretty shitty, and I feel really bad.
I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
That's really
Mine's pretty alright.
That's good, because yeah, mine's pretty okay too. It's just, I just had the dog sitting at the beginning, but I'm like, some of my friends are getting hit really hard, and I'm just sitting here like, oh no, I didn't want this to happen. I want people to have a good year this year. So I have a theory that it's the reverb of 2018 trying to knock people down. Like, no, 2018 was still really bad. Get back here. The scoliosis is spreading, Michi. Fun fact on the scoliosis thing, though. Back to the scoliosis thing, real quick. My friend had to get his spine like fixed because his scoliosis was getting so bad that the doctors told him, like, yeah, if you don't get your spine fixed, your neck is naturally going to snap itself and you're going to die. And he was like, oh, I don't want that to happen. So he got what we call robo-spine. And he described it. Okay, so I'm going to be very graphic, okay? So I'm not going to show anything, but I'm going to... If you're weak at ears and can't stand hearing this stuff, mute for a few minutes and then pop back in. But my friend, he described it as... Which kind of sucks. Like, I wish I witnessed it. I love, like, weird medical stuff. I'm very morbid in that way. And I really asked to watch it. And my friend's like, no, you can't go watch it. You can't watch as they butterfly my back. As he described it. Oh. So they butterflied his back, and then they had to take his spine apart to put it back together, and then fuse it together. And so then he had like a metal rod in his spine with the fusing spines together, and then they sewed his back on. And then he had to heal like that, which is funny because he grew like 4 inches after this, so all of us were like, wow, you got really tall. And he's like, yeah, that's what happens when your spine's not Ness anymore. And then, yeah.
Good.
And then, yeah, he was good for there. And then they had to take the rod out. So, like, I think it was like 5 or 6 months later, once his spine was healed, they had to take him back in, butterfly his back again, to take the rod out, and then sew him back up again.
Ooh.
And I remember that time was really fun because he had a handicap placard. So he would pick all of us up and we would go park in handicap spots because we could. So it'd be like, we can be late to the movies. Because he's like, because I got a handicap spot. And you guys can be my helpers. So we can get handicap perks because of my robot spine.
Oh my god.
So I remember because we went to go see The Conjuring when it came out. Which was funny because he doesn't usually like horror movies. But he knew I did, and his girlfriend, who I'm really good friends with, was out of town. And me and my little brother went to go see The Conjuring with him, and it was great because he had this like huge back brace. And so we were helping him walk and stuff because he was fine. A lot of people thought that like he wasn't mentally there because there's this guy with this back brace out in public with 2 people helping him walk around. And so he was like, do they think that like there's something wrong with me? And my little brother was like, yeah, play it up. We'll get more stuff out of it. And so I'm not gonna lie, we kind of did, and we got discounts on like candy at movie theaters and stuff. And see, me now feels bad about that, but me back then was like, that's fucking hilarious. Give me all the free shit.
Dear Lord Jesus.
Your friend became a Robocop. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that was my magical adventure. But I don't know. I just find medical stuff fascinating. Like when I took anatomy back in high school, I know I've talked about this before. But like when we got to dissect pigs and I got to like hold the brain, I'm like, this is what a human brain feels like. It's like Jello.
Yeah,
Is it really?
It really is. It's like if you pulled Jello out of a Jello cup and held it into your hand, that's the consistency of your brain. Actually, I'm wrong. Jello is slightly thick. Jello is slightly thicker. So thinned out Jello is what your brain feels like, which is why concussions are extremely dangerous because your brain is just imagine a Jello tube just shaking in the container really fast. It's not good.
I can see how that's a problem.
So,
Yeah.
oh, how did you get a concussion?
Oh, it was 5th grade, and me and my friend were running around the playground, and I just bumped into some guy. He fell on the playground, but I fell on the concrete.
Ooh.
And so I got picked up and went home, and I fell asleep, and I threw up, and then we went to the doctor.
Oh God.
Yep. I didn't make it to the bathroom on time, though.
Oh my God. Okay, so on that, I have a funny story of when I was a kid. It has nothing to do with concussions. It has to do with puking. So, when I was a little kid, I was very, very honest. I didn't know what lying was. So, I remember my mom was taking me to my Jewish kindergarten. And I don't know what it was. I felt fine, but for some reason I threw up in my mom's car. And we were late to school. And I was fine after that. But I remember I got to go to school, and I remember this memory so vividly. It's so weird. I was holding a popsicle when I went into class, and my teacher was like, "Oh, why were you late?" And my mom was there with me, and I was like, "Oh, I threw up in Mom's car." And my mom like looked at me, gave me the most annoyed look. My teacher looked at my mom, and then my mom didn't say anything. We had to turn back around and leave. And I'm like, "Wait, why am I not going to school?" And it's like, and then like, you know, again, as an adult now, I'm like, oh yeah, I just admitted that I vomited all over the place. I can't go to school after that.
Yep.
Oh, they're still working the Christmas lights. How many kids
I remember throwing up in class.
Okay, what's the story of you throwing up in class?
Well, one girl threw up. I kind of approached her puke because I was curious. And then later I told my teacher I had stomach pains, but she didn't believe me. She thought I was just trying to get out of class like her, and then I threw up on the carpet.
Oh. That sucks, but hey, fuck the teacher, that's what they get.
Yeah. She apologized though. I got sick a lot when I was little.
I did too. I got so sick when I was. I think that's the only reason why I can function now is when I'm sick. Like if I'm actually bedridden, it's bad. Like I'm like dying sick. But like if it's a sore throat or a cold, I'll be miserable, but I can still like do work and stuff because I was sick so much as a kid. Honey, the cat's on the counter again. Cut it. Oh, you can't hear me. Biggs, face it down.
He used to be like sick for weeks.
Ever.
So much.
I remember there was a time where my doctor told me, and I was so paranoid because I would get strep throat all the time, and I hated it. And my doctor was like, "Yeah, if this keeps on going, you're gonna have to get your tonsils taken out." And I remember I would beg my mom for them to take out my tonsils. And my mom was like, "No, you don't want that. You don't want that." And I still have my tonsils to this day, and I hate it. Because my dad was like, "Yeah, just get her tonsils taken out. She keeps getting sick." And my mom's like, no, she'll outgrow it. She'll be fine. And it's true. I haven't really gotten, like, bad strep throat like that since. Because I used to get it, I would say, I'd probably get strep throat back when I was a kid. At least, like, 4 or 5 times a year. I hated it. I remember because it became a running gag that every time we would go to my pediatrician, we would get a Beanie Baby. And I have a crate full of Beanie Babies that were from that pharmacy. Because that was the thing, my mom would always get us a Beanie Baby whenever we go there. And I'm like, "Mom, there are too many Beanie Babies in this thing. You should have just had them take them out." And she's like, "Well, you don't get sick anymore, do you, with strep?" I'm like, not like that, no, but, you know, as a kid, it's kind of miserable.
was always one of those lucky children that just never got sick. But, whenever I do get sick, it is fucking horrible.
That's like Cody, cause he has a really strong immune system, and he's also never broken a bone. Amazingly, even though he fell off a fucking roof.
I've never broken a bone either, surprisingly.
Me neither. Me neither.
It's not a good thing. You never want to break a bone. Don't. I hate people who are like, oh, I've never had that. It's like, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, you don't want broken.
I have not.
Yeah.
My dad has.
I have. My mom has, my brothers have. Actually, wait. No, just one of my brothers has. I don't think Brandon has. But
Oh shit, my phone bill's due today.
oh well, you better go pay your phone bill.
I can do it online.
Okay, that works too.
Bills.
Adulthood.
How do I unsubscribe from adulthood?
How do you what?
How do I unsubscribe from adulthood? I want a refund.
Okay, so I saw the most
When you-
funniest post about that. Oh, sorry, Christian, go ahead.
When you find that out, let me know.
Yeah, I saw this really funny post like years ago where it was something like, yeah, the first 18 years is the free trial, and then after that it's a paid subscription. I was like, fuck, it really is though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have a funny story that has to do with my friend Brad. I don't know why, but it's also a medical kid story. And it also shows how some people shouldn't be parents. So, he had a really good mom, but he had a dad that grew up in a very, very, very strict Christian household, if you know what I'm talking about. So, like, the Christian morals were so strong that men father the baby, and man work. That's all man do. Man father, man work. And by father, I don't mean like be there and take care of the kid. I mean like they make the kid. To the point where my friend's mom told me the story of how when my friend Brad was really, really, really young, apparently he was playing with his older sister, and he was, I think she said anywhere between like 4 and 6. And apparently they were playing, and he split his head open, and he was bleeding everywhere, and his sister was freaking out, and his dad was like, okay, your mom will take you to the hospital. You guys gotta wait for mom to come back. And then he kept sitting in his chair.
Oh my
And so then, when my friend's mom came home, she just went to the story, she freaked out, beat the fuck out of her husband, and then took Brad to the hospital. I was like, why the hell didn't you take him to the hospital? He could have died. He's like, but he didn't.
No.
That's not how it works!
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
What
I'm
are you? Dumb.
yeah, and so whenever my friend Brad gets a chance, he always brings it up in front of his dad to piss his dad off. It's just like,
I mean, rightfully so.
yeah.
She beat him
Yeah.
up.
I think that's what's so bad is because it's like, it's so terrible. But me and my friends make jokes about it because I lived in such a hippie household. I didn't know this shit existed until I met my friends. Where I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought a lot of feminism was like a joke growing up because I'm like, I grew up in a very modern household. Both of my parents were like, yeah, it's not your mom's money and my money, it was our money, and my mom always made more than my dad, but my parents didn't care about that, so I never like thought anything of it. And then in high school, I met the stereotype, and I'm like, oh my god, 1950s America is real. Like, this is weird. Like,
Surreal moment.
it freaked me out, where it was like, yeah, it's like, oh, I am man, I work, I pay bill, I father, and I sit. Everything else wife does. Doesn't matter if wife's working. This is me. And then I'm like, oh, this is why feminism exists. Because it's real. I didn't know it existed. I'm not gonna lie, for the longest time I thought feminism was a joke. Because I was like, this isn't real. This isn't going on. And then I met some of my friends' parents and I'm like, oh, it's because of you guys. That's why it
Honestly,
exists.
sometimes I forget about that these things do exist.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. Like I can't tell you how many times since we've gotten married, so many people are like, so when are you guys gonna have kids? And I'm like, not until I'm at least 30. And then they're like, oh, but why? And I'm like, well, I'm
having kids after you're 30.
And I'm like, I don't know, my mom was 40, ran a mile and popped out my brother and he's fine. I'm not gonna lie, my mom is like my idol. Because again, that is what my mom did. My mom's a workout nut. And she literally ran a mile, 9 months pregnant, and was fine. And my brother came out just fine.
Dear Lord Jesus.
So that's why whenever I hear people try to give me the excuse of like, oh yeah, you know, you should have kids when you're younger. I'm like, again, my mom popped out a kid at 40 and he's fine. So, Mom, setting the bar.
Fair enough.
Who's heard the myth that after 35 you can't have children because it's false? It's not that it's a myth. I've had a lot of people be like, if you're older, you shouldn't have kids. Now, I will agree. I don't think like a 50 or 60-year-old should be popping out a kid. I think that's a bit extreme. But I feel like 30 to 40 is a good range. Because it's like, by then, you got your you should, not everybody, you should have your shit together. And, you know, be able to afford a kid. Which is hilarious because I've actually had older people try to debate me and be like, well, you'll never be financially able to have a kid. And I'm like, you're very right. But, you know, if I can hardly pay my rent and bills now with 2 people, why would I bring a third into the mix? That doesn't seem smart to me. I'd rather wait. Yeah?
I just never want children.
And that's fine, too. That's another thing. Is I think it's stupid how a lot of people are like, oh my god, young people who don't want kids, you'll change your mind in the future. I'm like, no, they don't have to. I'm like, what's wrong with people not wanting to have kids? If you know you would be a bad parent and or you don't think you could take care of another life on your own, then I think that's more mature in people who shouldn't have kids because they admit they shouldn't have kids. Than be like, oh, you know, just test the waters. Let's see. It's like, no, it's a baby. This isn't a plant. Okay?
Test the waters with a child.
I've heard people say that. They're like, yeah, or my favorite is oh, you're having relationship issues? Have a baby.
That makes it worse.
I know.
Don't.
I would make a horrible parent, and I know that.
Exactly. Like, right now, I would be a terrible parent. If I was a parent right now, I'd be terrible. I just had my fur babies, and I'm fine with that.
Yep.
And we do want to get a snake someday. I just don't know where it would go.
A what?
A snake? Cody and I like snakes.
I want a snake.
I want a snake, but I can't afford one.
How expensive are snakes where you are?
It's not expensive. It's just like the whole care up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the upkeep
I have
because
to go get a snake when I can't really keep it.
no, and that's true. That's true.
I already got like a tortoise, and he takes most of my room up.
I didn't know you had a turtle.
I do.
Turtle.
I never knew you had a turtle. How did I not know this?
I like turtles.
I want to see what turtle.
Yeah, I want to see a picture of your turtle too.
He's a huge brat.
Please.
Hey, he's a turtle. He'll outlive you. Sky really needs to see your turtle. She sounds like desperate. I need this turtle in my life.
Please, I love him already.
Who is watching TV? Who is watching TV in the background? I need to know. Is it you, Pipe? I'm pretty sure it's you.
Oh, there's notifications. There we go.
Ow.
I can't tell because whoever it's coming through, it's not tripping the little things to register.
I know, and that's what bothers me. And it's not me because Cody's not even in the room.
We don't have TV in our house, so.
Oh, your turtle is so cute.
Oh,
I am trying to look.
turtle.
Look at him.
So how long have you had your when did you get when and why did you get a turtle?
Turtle.
I've wanted a tortoise for literally years, but I never had a chance, and then I got one. I think I've had him for about a year and a half now.
Well, that's good. Hold on, I'm trying to show people the turtle because people want to see the turtle. They're moving over all the monitors. There he is. Or her. Them. What's their name?
Denny.
Oh,
Turtle.
it's a good turtle.
Turtle.
It's funny because, like, he doesn't like being, like, he doesn't like anything directly in front of his face, but, like, the best way I can give it is he doesn't really give a shit on a lot of things. Like, he just go.
He just,
honestly mood.
yeah, he just does turtle things.
Yeah, and you would not believe how much they walk around in the summer. It's just constant movement.
So I feel bad, but I have a sad turtle story. It's not mine. It's not mine. But I had a friend who had a sister who should never have pets.
Oh.
And she learned. So they had. The sister is one of those people that loves the idea of a pet. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so, because it was a turtle and it was a desert turtle, didn't think the turtle needed water.
Oh no.
And let the turtle live in their backyard with very little water. And perfect example of what I'm talking about by like the idea of a pet, but not an actual pet, was the poor turtle turned into jerky by the time they found it.
Oh.
So it had been dead a while and turned into jerky. And my friend, I'm so glad I didn't see it because I would have fucking screamed. But my friend described it as, yeah, the turtle turned into jerky, and I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, that's so sad.
And my friend's sister was upset about it because she's like, it's a desert turtle. Desert turtles, there's no water in the desert. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yes, there is. It rains.
Doesn't mean you can't just let it live in your backyard. You gotta like give it water and food. But yeah,
Yeah.
rip turtle.
Dear Lord Jesus.
On a funny note, though, I had another friend whose sister resurrected a turtle,
What?
and they kept that one for years. Okay, so they had a pool, and they live in an area where like there's like wild desert animals all the time, and so they were cleaning out their pool, and they found this dead turtle in their pool. It wasn't theirs, but it was dead. It was at the bottom of their pool, and they here's the weird thing though. So they put the turtle in a planter. They didn't bury it. They put it in a planter. And the next day, they found the turtle crawled out of the planter and was on their front porch. And they took it to the vet, and the vet, they pulled a full Lilo on sticks. They were like, this was dead this morning? And the vet was like, oh no, the turtle never died. They're like, it was in the bottom of our pool for who knows how long. And they put it in a planter. And the next day, it's like, yeah, that can happen with turtles. So they named that turtle Zombie, and Zombie lived with them for like 5 years. And then I think Zombie like just vanished one day. Like just one day he was gone. They didn't know what happened to him. They looked everywhere, and he just like him falling in their pool and never knowing about it, he was gone.
Interesting.
Just like my family and the chicken when we had a chicken for like 6 months. No joke. Okay, so when I was a kid, in our backyard, in my parents' old house, they had a really, really, really big backyard. It was a huge backyard. And because of that, I remember one day, we would have really bad winds all the time. And we went to play in our backyard because we had this really fun play set. And we went outside, and there was a chicken. Just chilling there. And my brothers and I were really excited. But this chicken was mean. And so for like 5 to 6 months, we couldn't go in our backyard because the chicken took it over. And we didn't feed it, it just kept living. And my dad would leave the gate open and the chicken wouldn't leave. And when I first found it, my dad called animal control because he didn't want to kill it. He's just like, I don't know if chickens have chicken diseases, like. And so the animal control's like, it's a chicken in your backyard? Okay, very funny, have a good day, sir. And so my dad's like, what do I do with this chicken? And then again, just like Zombie the Turtle, it was there one day and then it was gone 6 months later. And we were happy that we got our playset back in our backyard.
Ah, my kneecap!
And it wasn't ow. And it wasn't a rooster. It was a turtle. I mean, it was a chicken. What the fuck, my brain? It wasn't a rooster. It wasn't a rooster. It was a chicken. Hi, brain. How you doing?
I laugh, but that's something I easily would have done myself.
Oh, my kneecap.
How hard did you bang it?
I hit it on the edge of my glass desk.
Oh, you have a glass desk too.
Yeah, no, I saw an image of your desk, and you have the exact same desk as me.
Haha, yay! I love this desk. It's a great desk.
Yes, it's a beautiful desk, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
I wasn't a rooster. It was a turtle. Ah, great. I know, it's like Cowboy Ghost Moo all over again. I fucked up again.
Oh, that reminds me.
Yes.
Mitchie, I have a question for you.
Sure, shoot.
What does your little icon logo magic circle thing mean?
Oh, it's the scar on Tetsu's back.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, I've like drawn a really, really, really old picture of her ass on my DeviantArt. It's still there. It's really fucking old. And it was like the first beta idea of that. And then I was like, oh, okay. I can do this better. And then one day I learned how to make magic seals and my own font. And I spent like a good 8 hours designing the marked mage font. I felt like an idiot. But I was designing it, and then I made the magic seal, and I made Tetsu's first, because I always had the idea in my head of the really big circle with the littler circle in it. And then I just put runes in it. And the runes do actually say stuff. I have to look at my notes now, because I don't fucking remember. But they have to actually say stuff. So whenever I make the magic runes, it's actually like the spell typed out, because I'm edgy. And then I'm like, there we go, that looks good. And then, bing, magic circle. And then when I update, because I do want to make actual, not character turnarounds, but really, really detailed, complex character sheets for my marked mages someday when I have free time. Because there's a lot of little details on each of the characters I want to point out and emphasize, and Tetsu's back scar would be one of the big ones. Because it's actually really important for her story.
Fair enough.
And I also just really like it, and so then I'm like, yeah, that way if anybody ever draws her with an open back or anything. Because this isn't really a spoiler, but for a long time she doesn't really know it's there because it's on her back. And so it isn't until someone points it out that she's like, wait, something's on my back?
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably gonna be me when I eventually get a back tattoo. I'll be like, oh yeah, I have a tattoo back there. I forgot about that.
Honestly, mood.
No, seriously, this is really stupid, but I have this giant-ass tattoo on my forearm, and sometimes I forget it's there. I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh yeah, I have a tattoo. It's really weird. I don't know why my brain, shuts off with that.
Because you're just so used to it, and then you see it, you're like, oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
fun.
And, I don't have, the tops of my hands tattooed or anything, so if I'm wearing a hoodie or a long-sleeve shirt, it looks like they're completely gone. What was it? Oh, what is Cowboy Go Moo? Okay, so I was doing a live stream a long time ago, and I was drawing Gunmoon's character, crap, what was his name? Gunmoon? Trevor, okay. Yeah, and he was a adoptable, a collab adoptable that Morgan and I made together when we did Junicorns. And so I was drawing him, and in my head just said, and I even commented on it, because sometimes my brain will say really, really weird shit. I don't know how else to say it. I've done that a lot. Or even I'll have to stop, and I won't even say it. I'm like, why did I think that? Like, that's weird. Why did I think that? And I said in the stream, I'm like, yeah, for some reason my brain wanted to go, cowboy go moo. And he's not even a fucking cow. It was, like, really weird. And ever since then, it's become, like, a thing. And Gunmoon almost always tries to, like, tip me or super chat me with that whenever I stream on YouTube. Just as a reminder of my stupid brain doing stupid stuff.
Oh.
I think I actually might have missed that, or at least missed that part.
I think that was a commission live stream when that happened. I think it was one of the.
Then again,
yeah.
Then again, I've in general had difficulty catching your streams.
It's because I don't have a constant stream schedule, which is changing, by the way. I'm making it a pact. Where's my book? My little bullet journal. I'm going to try, for sure, to stream every Thursday. I don't know when yet, but definitely on Thursdays. Just so I stream more consistently, because I do want to stream more consistently. God damn it, Gunman!
I know I want to stream more, period.
Yeah.
I wanted to do so this weekend, but, well, I kind of said to Orr about why I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
I said it on the... Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm definitely gonna need to prepare more if I want to actually do it.
I believe in you. I believe you can do it. Something I really want to get, though, is I want to get a fucking capture card really, really, really bad. Because then I can hook... Oh, yeah?
As do I.
Yeah, because then I can hook up my PS4 or my Switch or something. Or, heck, even get... I want to get the capture card attachment for my 3DS. I don't want to buy a whole new 3DS for it. Because I like the 3DS, goddammit. A lot of people hate it, and I like it still.
I love the 3DS so much.
People hate 3DS?
A lot of people do. Like, the second the Switch came out, a lot of people were like, finally, we can get rid of the stupid 3DS. And I'm like, how dare.
I like it. It's just so convenient.
How dare.
I know. Did you grow up on PC games, though?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why. Because my brothers were the same. My brothers were the same way. My brothers were, well, we originally, all of us were, technically, we all, in my family, we all started on handhelds. Because, I've talked about this before, since my mom worked from home, my mom did real estate, my mom never wanted me and my brothers to be nanny kids. So, not there's anything wrong with nanny kids. If you're a nanny kid, that's fine. I'm not saying that. Just my mom personally didn't want that. And so... What the hell? What the hell is that? Hold on a second. What the fuck?
Computer, I would like you to cooperate with me. I made you. I am your creator, and you will obey me.
Hallway door?
No.
You're done. Can you
What's it
make sure
doing?
that you close
It's just
the
being
door?
dumb
So
and slow.
I don't know why. I can hear your video in the other room. Alright. Other room, just let me know. Okay. So sorry about that. It was just, it was one of my neighbors. What was I saying? Oh yeah, no, my brothers and I, we all grew up on, my brothers actually had the Game Boy first. And then I had a Game Boy Advance, and I was the only one with a Game Boy Advance. And then we all went from the SP, and then our first actual console was a GameCube. I never had an N64, or an SNES or NES, which sucked, because we always wanted one, because my uncle had one, but we could never have one. Then we had the GameCube, And then we went from there to the PS2. And the only reason I got a PS2 was because at the time it was the cheapest DVD player. So my parents more so bought us a PS2 to be like, yeah, it's a cheap DVD player, here we go. And so we got PS2, and then we went from that to the Xbox, like the OG Xbox, with the weird-ass fat controller. Then we went to 360, and then my brothers both got their own computers, and ever since then they were hardcore computer gamers from then. And I was just like, okay, I'll keep the consoles. I like console games and handheld games over PC games. But it is...
I like both.
It is easier to stream PC games. And I will say, sniping with a mouse is easier than sniping with a controller. I will wholeheartedly agree. Because for the longest time, I used to think people were crazy. When they're like, yeah, shooting games are easier with a mouse. And I'm like, there's no way. And then I played one, and I'm like, oh, fuck, they're right. I hate that they're right.
I've had... To put in perspective, the platform of Steam has been out for 15 years. I've had it for 13.
So you are like my brothers.
Yes.
Man.
My first gaming system was the PlayStation, like the original.
Oh, the fat one?
Yes, I loved Crash Bandicoot so much.
I know that was Cody. Cody grew up with all of the PlayStations, so Cody had all of them.
And then what is it? And then I played the PlayStation 2 a lot when it was out of style, so it was like the PS3, and all the PS2 games were super duper cheap, so we would just get a bunch of PS2 games.
Uh-huh.
And it was so great. Like, we had a bunch of weird ones that were just awful, but they were still fun to play.
Like what?
Shoot. There was like a Neopets night game.
There was a Neopets game? Where was I? I love Neopets.
The Darkest Fairy. I remember that one.
Feel betrayed.
Why do you feel betrayed?
Because I'm going through the entirety of your DA library to look for that one image you were talking about.
It's there. Is it?
I mean,
I literally I have not found it.
Maybe it's in my scraps.
Actually, I think it's bunched up with a whole bunch of doodles.
Yeah, it's in a doodle sketch dump. Honey, Binks has the shit. Let him in. Honey, God damn it. Do you have the shit, Binks?
Oh. Also, I don't know if I told y'all in chat yet.
Go shit.
If you hear me randomly exclaiming "ow" like I did about a minute or so ago, that's because I slept bad and my neck hurts really much when I move it too quickly.
I'm in the state of pain. That's because I don't
Oh.
What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. You were saying.
Oh, I was about to go off into that little thing I mentioned earlier while just the few of us were in the call. Which I guess it's only increased by 2.
I mean, as long as you're okay talking about it on stream, we can still talk about it. Whatever you want to.
Oh, I'm alright with it in stream.
Okay.
It's just something weird that's been happening lately.
Oh, okay. What's been happening?
I've been checking my emails more recently, especially since the whole Amazon fiasco.
Yeah.
Which wasn't Amazon doing it. It was, I believe, someone in Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, my account got hacked and all.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's actually irrelevant to what's going on, because just what you need to know is that I've been checking my emails.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, in my emails, I've been getting some from Tumblr. They were notifications that I'm being followed. The thing is, I think it's the same person following me on multiple accounts. Because every single time I visited these accounts, it's been the same thing. Scantily clad women or outright naked women, as well as...
Oh, porn bots! You got followed by porn bots. Yeah, I've had those too.
Yeah, but it's been happening a lot. Like,
yeah, Tumblr didn't fix anything about the porn bots. Oof. They're still there.
You know,
Right.
we can't have them's female presenting nipples. But porn bots, that's fine.
Yeah,
There are a lot
that's
of porn
perfectly
bots in the
okay.
pie tag, which is, you know, I don't want to see female titties when I'm trying to look for pies. I just want to see some pretty pies.
It's okay, that was like me. I remember once I was looking up chocolate milk for reference, and I got so much porn, and I was so grossed out. I'm like, and I literally looked up chocolate milk. Okay, why? Why you do this?
There is no telling.
Well.
But there's the sketch dump, or I posted it in the Discord.
Oh. Oh, I see.
I forgot about this sketch dump. I got some pretty good pictures here. I found an older sketch dump from like 2016. Oh my god, that's right. I totally forgot that Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location came out that year.
Yep.
Ah.
Time's moving too quickly. Please stop.
So here's a random question. How do you guys feel about music? Fucking Musically. TikTok, it might as well be Musically.
What the heck is that?
You guys, wait, Sky, you haven't seen any of the really annoying advertisements for TikTok yet?
I keep
have
seeing advertisements, but it's all of the same exact sort of like
Video,
thing.
yeah.
Like, what's wrong? Nothing.
I don't want
What's
ads.
wrong? The video, the 3, 2, 1, and then they just go off.
Yeah, I get that one, or I get the honey pedicure one all the time, and I hate it. And I'm like, okay, it was kind of funny the first time, but now I've seen it literally like a million times, and I hate it. What's funny is Cody keeps getting ones that are like, you know what's bad? Weed is bad. Don't let your loved ones smoke weed. Because I don't even smoke. Where do these ads come from?
Actually, that reminded me of something that happened to my grandma.
Your grandma smokes?
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically, but it does remind me of basically she was talking about something. I don't think I was there. I think they were on vacation in Louisiana and the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And and I was staying behind to watch over to house sit for her, as well as keep an eye on all the pets.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember that.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah. But she was talking about how she was feeling woozy from all the drugs, which to note she has to take. She was referring to her medication that she has to take.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm pretty sure your grandma is not like hardcore taking drugs.
yeah. Yeah, clear. But anyway, she mentions that, and then for some reason, I don't remember exactly what the circumstances were, but she was talking, but suddenly after that, she started getting ads about trying to get her off the drugs.
Hey man, I'm telling you, Skynet's watching.
It's always watching.
Eventually, she had to finally pick up one of these things and say she does not have a drug addiction. She is taking medication, and that she's just, I don't know who or what she said it to, but she eventually just said that she is not on drugs. She is taking medication so that she can continue to live.
Mm-hmm.
After that, all the ads stopped.
Oh my god, that's hilarious though. I've had that happen quite a few times where like I'll say something offhand and then I'll get advertisements for it. Perfect example. Uber Eats. I get ads now all the time, fucking DoorDash, Postmates, and Uber Eats, and I'm like, stop it! Stop it!
Well,
I've only used it a couple of times, and now you do this to me.
that seems like that's how it goes.
Yeah. But it seems like TikTok is trying to be like the new Vine, but bad.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, I miss Vine. I remember those days.
I remember Vine too.
I'm out of soda and now I'm sad. Oh wait, never mind. I'm always sad.
Go eat! I don't know if you missed it.
I ate my tubular cookies. Leave me alone.
That's not food!
It's fruit to me.
That's food for diabetics. You're not diabetic, are you?
I don't think so.
There you
I'll
go.
have been a doctor in 4 years.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Sky is shaking.
Why?
She's a nurse! And you just admitted you haven't been to a doctor in 4 years.
Actually, wait, hold on. Let me do math. Hold on. So,
Oh, see, now you're gonna make it even worse now?
oh yeah, no, sorry, not 4 years. It's been 6 years.
God damn it, no.
I don't think that helps.
No.
Also,
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I don't have health insurance.
Actually, I don't have any either, but that's mostly due to I don't really know how to get it.
Doesn't your work, oh, you're not a full-time employee, huh?
Right.
I was gonna say if you were, then they have to give you health insurance.
On top of that, I think the only thing I've done in like the past 6 years is get new glasses.
Wait, you use glasses?
Yeah, I wear glasses.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I wear glasses.
Ow.
I'm fucking blind as shit.
Yay! Me too.
Like I
I am the only person in my family that does not wear glasses.
Your mom didn't wear glasses when I met her.
The reading glasses.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count.
I guess I should rephrase that to, I'm the only one who doesn't need any kind of glasses. Oh, 2011, I think like that was around the time I met you, or the year before, or...
Yeah, no. It was right around there. I think so. I think that's when you started, like, we weren't like friends yet, but I think that's when you commissioned Anna first, and then you commissioned me.
Yeah. And then we became fast friends after we started talking.
Yeah.
I think I actually felt a lot more confident back then. I don't know what happened. Or maybe just our conversations actually made me feel like I could talk to you on a regular basis.
I mean, you still can now. My life is just crazy.
Oh yeah.
Now someone's eating something. I can hear the dishes.
Whoever it is, don't say anything.
God damn it! Now someone's fucking with it on purpose just to bother me, and I hate it.
What?
Everyone get dishes now.
No!
No dishes.
My rage.
I ate mine already.
I haven't eaten anything today except for my tubular cookies and 2 sodas.
Go eat food.
That requires effort.
And 2 sodas? So
It was two.
You had 2 tiny little cookies. And 2 sodas.
Bold of you to assume I only ate 2 of those cookies.
That's what you said. You said I ate 2 of them.
No, I had 2 sodas, and I've eaten half of one of the packs of the tubular cookies.
Shakes.
Speaking of healthcare, my new healthcare card just came in the mail.
Yay! By the way, as an American, I would gladly pay more taxes if it meant I could have free insurance.
Dang. This is my sister's
I mean, I guess so too, yeah.
That's like one thing I think is really stupid is a lot of people are like, yeah, give us free health insurance. Okay, we have to raise taxes. No. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, we'll get health insurance. We can't just get it for free.
It's not how it works.
Yeah.
Which is, it's hilarious. I love when people are like, healthcare should be free. I'm like, do you want to know why everything costs so much in other countries? It's because of that reason. The tax rate's so big is because their taxes pay for universal health care. You can't just have something for free. The doctor's got to get paid.
Yeah.
Just wish doctors weren't so expensive.
This is true.
Indeed.
But at the same time, if it was cheaper, and by that I mean, like, you know, if doctors weren't getting paid as much, do you think doctors would actually care as much as they do?
No.
I need to find, like...
It's the double-edged sword.
Artists.
Oh, Peach-Chat, you're so cute. Sorry, I'm also scrolling through DA to, like, look at cute art.
That's fair. I need to find, like, 15 artists that can do, like, 17 different pictures so I can convert all of my fucking ponies into humans.
I mean, I know a few, but they're not cheap.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have that much money.
Yeah.
Never.
Other than... Yeah, I don't have that much extra money, technically.
It's okay, I feel ya, I'm the same way. It's like...
I mean, it's fine. I have, like, 3 people who are my art slaves, so it's okay with that, but... You think I'm joking.
Oh no, I know you're not joking. Someone's watching Total Drama-Rama or whatever in the background. I can hear it now, and it's really starting to bug me. I'm like, I hear it. Yeah.
Or at least an advertisement for it. Either way, I can very easily make it out.
Leave my TV alone.
I knew it! I knew it was you, Pyth! I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Pyth, and no one's saying anything. And she...
I'm pretty sure Pyth is also the one eating.
The mystery is solved.
Yeah.
There, it's gone.
I'm sorry, Pyth. I'm sorry that I'm making fun of you. You know me. I love bullying children on the internet. Well, that's a lot more funny than I thought it was gonna be. Fuck.
I'm being bullied.
I want to be good enough to be an art slave. You will someday. Everybody will. It just takes a lot of fucking practice.
Yep.
I mean, I'll take anybody of any caliber of art.
Hey, well, is Prince open for commissions? Prince is pretty fast from what I know.
I think Prince is still working on a bunch of other stuff. So.
Ah, okay.
Slowly but surely, I will convert all of my characters.
Slowly but surely.
I just need to get good at drawing humans myself, but that takes effort.
It's almost like a skill takes practice. I never would have guessed.
Yes.
Look, listen. I get good at drawing horses. I don't want to get good at drawing something else.
But you don't even like horses.
It's a novel concept.
I was gonna say, I thought you don't like horses anymore. What did Angel do?
Angel didn't go to bed last night.
What? Girl!
She's at work as well.
Rude. You used to...
She says hi.
You used to draw a lot of the tatis. Yes, I did! I used to draw a lot of my characters with titties, and I used to draw, like, a lot of not safe for work stuff. That was not very good. Like, I look back on it now, and I'm like, that was not very good. I should do more now. I just don't know what I would do. Damn it, I've been putting all of my effort into sexy furries.
I'm eating pasta, by the way.
Furries pay the bills.
Oh.
Hey, it is very true. There are some furries on Patreon that make so much money that they make more than enough to buy like 3 houses in a year, and I'm like, fuck.
I was trying to tell my brother that, it's like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm like, you would not believe what people will do.
No, it's so true. Ah! This is so cute! Oh my god!
What happened? What is it?
I was just checking Twitter on my phone, and Mega_Moopa. I'm gonna put her in the chat real quick.
Okay.
At Mega. Moopa. Just drew this really, really cute picture of Furia and tagged me on Twitter, and I think it's really cute. Okay, where's not book club? There we go. And then I'll get the picture once I save it to my phone. It's really cute! I haven't gotten art of Furia in such a long time.
Who?
She's my OG Star Dragon.
Yep.
She was the first baby. The baby I got for $15 whole back when that's how much they used to cost.
How much do they cost now?
One did the
Like 70 or 80 bucks.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm good. There's a reason why I don't get into close species.
I'm too broke for that.
It's really cute. I love it. Oh my.
Listen, I can only keep up 2 extensive hobbies at once. And that's my computers and magic. Oh, nice.
I love Mega Moopa's coloring style. I've never known that before.
So cute.
Ah,
Love it.
it is a really cute one.
Ah, they're using her really, really old chibi reference for it. Ah, I forgot I made that. I cause they have a whip on their Twitter of her really, really, really old reference.
They have a
I
60
see it. I like it.
I like this.
I like it too. I'm going to follow you back, Mega Moopa.
Oh, hey, I forgot this character existed.
Who, mine?
No, one of mine. I'm just going
Oh,
through
okay.
it.
Hey, Rosie, pop in. Wait, Rosie, are you still a patron?
I
sent them on links.
Yeah, no, Rosie. I see Rosie in the Discord chat.
Yeah, so. Alright, let's see. Oof. But no, what were we saying before? Oh, right, the furries. No, seriously, there are some furries that make so much money on Patreon. There was one where, I would link it, but they turned off, how much they make. But they have, 2,000 patrons. So you can already be okay, at a bare minimum, they're making at least $2,000 a month.
Dear Lord Jesus.
And that's at a bare minimum. I know they're making more than that, because when I checked before they hit it, they were making $10K a month off of their furry porn Patreon. And I was like, shit. Good for them. That's dedication.
Island with that. Dear Lord Jesus.
How did furries pay the bills?
Yeah, it's just how, I think it's funny how I'm seeing more and more, I don't know how else to say it besides, sexy artists, artists that are, they're, sexy in real life, where they're yeah, here's my art Patreon, and here's my not safe for work nude photo collection on Patreon. And then they're making double money, and I'm fuck. That is so smart. I'm not gonna lie, if I had a hot body, I'd probably do that too.
Yeah.
No shame. Because I've seen a lot of artists do that, and I'm fuck, your pinup packs are so cute, but I can't afford to be one of your patrons.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right?
No, don't do that. I can only afford to be on one Patreon at a time.
Vera versus same hair. I had to turn off how much I make on Patreon because some people think it's a lot of money. I didn't turn mine off only because I'm not making that much money. Cry! I'm never gonna hit my goal. Every time I get so close, I got people dipping. But I'm so happy, so fucking happy. I was able to finally have the charge up front feature, because like I think you have to be like an active, like your Patreon has to be active for over a year, because for some reason they wouldn't let me do it for the longest time. And so I'd be like, yay, I'm almost at my goal, and then I would have a bunch of the really cheap tiers dip out right before the payment goes through. And then pop back in, and I'm like, haha, I see you there, I'm gonna block you. And the next day, someone with a very vaguely similar username would get a spot in the same, get a same tier spot, and I'm just like,
If you can't afford it, just don't do it.
Exactly. And I understand that the $25 and $50 tiers are expensive. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm not. But I'm like, again, it was like that one person who bitched about the $1 tier, and I'm like, dude, it's the $1 tier. Come the fuck on.
Yeah.
You were pissed off that you got charged $1 and you got mad? It's like, so wait, if you couldn't afford the $1 tier, why did you support it?
I'm happy it's up front though, because it's so much stress off of me, because I'm like, beginning of the month, it's done.
Yeah, exactly. Michi, you have to draw more sexy furries. I need to draw sexy art in general. I haven't drawn sexy art in so long.
Please.
I'm sure I could actually do like the titty right now. And make it so the vagina isn't in the stomach.
Hell yeah.
Hey, it's not just me. A lot of people starting out always draw the vagina like in the stomach, and you don't realize it until it's like, and then you're like,
I don't know if I did that.
I didn't draw the sexy of the females. I only did it of the guys.
see,
I've never drawn an SFW, so.
That's our thing. I need to work on my guys, because I felt bad. All of my wangs always look the same, and I'm like, there's other wangs out there. Wangs of all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, my mom accidentally saw one of mine, so that was a fun day.
My parents didn't care. I remember I told my dad I did not save for work art back when I still lived with them. And he was like, you charge more for it, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's my girl. Like I said, my parents do not care. And my parents are very understanding.
No, my mom was fine. I was just mortified.
I never actually got to meet your dad during the wedding.
You didn't? He was there. I danced with him.
I saw him, yeah, I did, but I only actually met your mom while we were at the wedding.
Oh.
She did try to get his attention, but I think he was a little distracted at the time.
My dad,
I don't remember what he said.
My dad was also high, so that could have been like.
Well then.
Like I said, my dad's a hippie.
Yeah, actually, I think it was you who brought my mom and I to your mom.
Yes, I did, because your mom was drunk.
Yes.
I love your mom though, and she was so funny. She was so happy we had an open bar.
Yeah, I can tell you firsthand. She was quite happy about that bar.
But I'm happy that she had a good time, because I was worried, because I was like, oh, she's not gonna know anybody. At least you kind of knew my brother and you knew Zach and stuff, so there was that.
Yeah, and like, and Dad was the same way, but Mom said to me just separately that she said to me separately, he underestimates her ability to enjoy herself.
Fuck. Savage.
I can confirm, yes, he did underestimate. I think I've said this a lot already, but her enjoyment of the bar was, let me put it like this. I had to guide her to the exit that we were right next to.
Wait, was she that drunk? I did not notice that.
When we were walking out,
we
started walking in a direction, but it was not toward the exit that was right next to us.
Oh my god.
I had to grab her and turn her around. And go outside.
That's beautiful. Oh my god.
Mind you, she sobered up. She actually sobered up pretty quickly, but still.
That was the one thing that was sad, was we had an open bar and I didn't get to enjoy it because people kept stealing my drink and I was the bride. Like, I think I got maybe like 8 sips in the whole night of different drinks because I'd have a drink, I'd set it down on the table, I would walk away for a minute, and someone would come by and swipe my drink, and I'm like, okay, I guess I wasn't drinking that.
Nah. Also, one thing I will also note is that you want to know how much I partook of the bar?
What? None.
I had 1 sip of white wine.
I'm not a big wine person, so, like, I thought it was funny that my parents, like, well, not my parents, that was my brother's gift. My brother's gift to us was the fully open bar. And I was like, that's cool and all, but why wine? I don't like wine. And everyone's like, it's a wedding, you need wine. And I'm like, but I don't like wine. I don't like it.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know how red wine would have been, but I didn't like the white wine.
Well, like,
I was like,
again, I need drinks where you can't taste the alcohol, because then you gotta be careful with those, because then you don't taste it. So then it's like, okay, now I'm just gonna fall on my ass.
yeah, I think like the only drinks I've ever actually enjoyed were the ones where I can't taste the alcohol, like margarita and that one martini I had.
I love margaritas and martinis.
Oh my god, I love margaritas. One of my favorite drinks to have is root beer with a shot of Fireball, because you don't taste it, so it tastes like you have cinnamon root beer instead.
Uh-huh.
It's really good. I like it. Totally recommend if you're of drinking age. That means Pyth, you can't have any.
What?
It's okay. We were making the jokes about San Japan next year, where Morgan's like, I'll be the DD because I'm an adult, but I still can't drink.
Try to go to one of those things because I want to meet some artists.
Oh.
You totally should. I know for sure I want to do at least 2 conventions this year where I work 2 of them. I just have to get a hold of the fucking DMV to get my name changed. I got everything else changed over except for my driver's license, and I need to make an appointment for that, because I guess I think this is all over the U.S. I don't think it's just in California, but in 2020, unless you have a birth certificate and passport, they won't let you on a plane if you don't have this, like, first ID thing as your driver's license.
Yeah, most places I think had them, but like some states just kind of like extended not having it, I think.
Yeah, so mine was one of those states. I didn't even know about this.
I need to get mine as the new thing too, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's a pain. Our DMV's even worse because I'm not starting controversy, so we're not gonna get on that topic. But because in my state illegal immigrants can get driver's licenses, the DMV became like 1,000 times worse.
Oh no.
So because of that, like, you need an appointment and you're still gonna wait there for hours. Because that law passed. I remember when that law passed, that was a big reason, well, one of the many reasons why it was hard for me to get a driver's test. Fun fact, when I went to take my first driver's test, the written one, they had to go find an English version. Because the law had, like, just passed at that time. So they were like, oh my god, an English test! I have to find one! And so I had to sit there while they went to look for an English version of the test.
Well.
Well, I was like in the middle of a really small town when I took it, so it was like in and out so quickly I didn't have to wait a line at all.
Ugh, lucky.
I'm gonna get to learn to drive soon.
It's really fun. It's not as scary, especially if you live in a not heavy impacted state.
I've been learning to drive as of recent.
Wait, you don't drive?
No, I have a car.
How do you
I
get,
only get my learning permit.
how do you get to work?
I get taken there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll have my driver's license soon, hopefully.
Nice.
Golf clap.
Yeah, I've had my learner's permit for over 7 months now, so.
Well, that's good. The only thing I can say with the driver's test is, besides the fact that I was cursed, I personally believe that if you do not feel ready to take your driver's test, then you shouldn't take your driver's test. Because, like, Christian told me his dad kind of, like, forced him to take his test. And I'm like, yeah, that's really bad. You shouldn't ever force them to. I feel like they should feel themselves ready because, you know, you're behind a death machine.
That's what my dad's
Well, one thing is that I wanted to learn at the time, but thing is, I know my dad's patience levels.
Ah, right.
Same.
No. You said that's so sad, Pike. I feel... Same.
Yeah,
he
like,
is.
once I turned 16, he's just like, okay, let's get you behind the wheel.
That was Cody for me, and I had a traumatizing experience.
And you had trouble what?
No, back when I tried, so there was a time when I was 18 when I was trying to, like, learn how to drive. Not when I was 18. When I was 16 and I was trying to learn how to drive, and, I had my friends kind of kidnap me, and I did not have a good time.
What?
Yeah, they kidnapped me, they put me in a car in the middle of nowhere, and was like, okay, we're not leaving until you drive us out of here. And I had, like, a traumatization from that, and I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna drive for a long ass time.
Yeah, that wasn't the best idea. I mean, I really, really doubt I need to tell you, but I mean, you were the one who was, but yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Then again, I say that like I was telling this to you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, not a good idea on their part.
Oh well, that's what I'm saying. I think I'm happy that things are getting easier for people now. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Though sometimes
What?
the best is when you have a good public transportation near you.
No, this is very true. That is one thing I wish. I do wish that our public transportation was so much better. Because, like, other people in other countries, like, make fun of it, like, why don't you just take public transit? It's like, because our public transit isn't fucking safe, dude.
Exactly. Like, over here, the public transport isn't too bad, but, I mean, it's still not exactly the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, I remember back in high school, I was terrified of taking, like, the buses or anything. Because my friend's dad was a cop, and we had this, there was this string of homeless people that were purposefully murdering people on public transit to go to jail to get free healthcare and, like, free things. So it was like, yeah, it's like, I'll murder someone in public transit, I'll go to jail, and then I'll be taken care of for the rest of my life. And I was like, so I'm not gonna go on a bus or a train or any of that fun stuff. And then, like, I've had friends tell me horror stories, too, of, like, my one buddy, she used to have to take a train to work, or not a train, a bus to go to work, and she's like, I would take the same bus every day, yet I would always get these weirdos who would, like, openly hit on me, and she's like, I'm just trying to go to work, man, like, I don't want to deal with this, I don't want to deal with creepers on the bus. And then it's like, but then you see, like, people who live in other countries who do vlogs who are like, look how nice this public transit system is. And I'm like, I wish ours was that nice. or running as often. Because in some, like, other countries, they have a bus going, like, every 30 minutes. So it's not bad if you miss a bus.
Oh my god.
Subways here are gross.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not super bad over here, but it's definitely not as good as other places.
Where do you live again, Denmo?
Washington.
State or
Washington.
DC? Yeah, state or DC.
Not
Okay.
state.
Oh, so you're close to Pastel.
Yes, I am.
Well, next year I'm going to try to go for a Washington con, so I might be able to meet up with you there.
Yay.
Because,
My first con, hopefully this year.
yay! Cons
I'll
are
be going up
fun.
into DC for my for in April.
Oh, I've never been to DC. How come you're going?
I've never been up there. Me and my roommate, we have a friend that lives up in Virginia, right outside of where DC is.
Uh-huh.
So we're gonna go up there to see them and stay for like 5 days. But on top of that, I've never been to DC, and if we go there on the 8th and stay there for like 5 days, I'll be there for my birthday.
That's cool. Wait, when's your birthday?
April 11th.
Oh, okay.
I will be turning 22. Oh boy.
I keep forgetting how young you guys are. Ew.
It's really weird for me to think about that too, because in my group of friends, I'm the oldest one.
Ew. Me and Christian are grody. We're all crusty.
Pretty much.
You've got character.
Let's see. Hold on real quick. I got a commission question. I'm confused on how you usually send the sketch or a finished piece of to your customer IDK if I'm being stupid, but I wondered about it for a while. Let's see, like, as a whip? Cause what I just do is, well, now I don't offer whips unless they're asked, because I would get people who, and I put that in my TOS. So the only time I give whips for sketches is when like I'm designing a character, like I've been doing for Sky and Masuda and stuff. So if you're designing a character, I'll send sketch whips because those usually cost more because I want to get it right because I'm designing a character for somebody. Unless it's Or, where Or's just like, here, turn this pony into a human. And then I'm like, okay, I can do that as long as you don't like care. And so because of that, it's easier that way. But I use Dropbox to send the files to people. Dropbox is free. I totally recommend it. It gives you free links. And because of that, it's really easy to do. But you never send out the high res of anything until you've been paid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never.
Speaking of converting, I need to pick who you're converting this time.
For the ink one or for the digital one?
Both.
Okay. How much is design a character? It varies from how complex the character is. So I can't really throw out a ballpark price, but I'll say probably at least 50-ish bucks, like starting pay.
Oh,
It's not too bad.
yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah. But like if you want a really, really complex character, it's gonna cost more because I want to get it right. But yeah.
Oh, I could have you do Daisy.
I don't know what this is.
Daisy is one of my favorite characters.
Well, yay.
I will put it in the art chat.
Oh, ooh
I actually
woo.
drew this image too, surprisingly.
Ooh woo. Double ooh woo. Had a homeless person try to break into my house last week. Chased him off, but should have chased him longer. Jesus Christ! Guys trying to break in. Guys trying to break into your house. Oh, she's cute.
Really?
The steampunk world.
Okay, so how big do you want the titty?
Oh, that is cute.
That's a good question. I will.
What's a good question?
No,
How
I was.
big
Does he
do I
want?
want the titty?
Because I'm assuming she's a girl. You said her name's
Yeah, it's a female.
Yeah.
I will get back to you on that.
Alright, no problem. Hold on real quick. I gotta use the bathroom. Guys, entertain the chat or each other. I will be right back.
Penis.
My coffee's running through me. And my cat is being a pancake. That's right, Binks. Be a pancake.
And we are bad at the entertainment. I'm sorry, chat. You're stuck with us.
Fuck!
Okay.
No. That is good advice, Armani. Yes, do set your res to 72 before sending a sketch to a client.
I should probably pay attention to the chat. That's the thing I should do. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? Someone do something. This is acceptable.
Does that
Unless
count?
it's just for a smiley.
Yes.
Oh.
A song of ice and desert.
Oh, that's a thing, girl. The crazy people. Why are the crazy people so crazy? No, I'm not Armani.
Well, if I could not hit my head on the lamp, that'd be helpful.
Prince!
Hey!
Hello.
Returned from dinner.
Welcome. Welcome.
I hope you had a good dinner.
I did, thank.
You see, Moon's turtle is my child now. I love this turtle. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
So, my coworker's friend asked my coworker if, she knew anyone that would want hamsters, because apparently her hamster, had babies, and they don't want them. And Rosa was like, my coworker was like, I know just the person to ask. And I'm like, well, I can't imagine anyone else taking them in, and I would rather they go to a good home, so fine. So
Find hamsters for me.
so I need to get a new cage.
Big enclosure for them.
How many
Yeah.
are you getting?
Like 2. Because they're dwarf hamsters, so you can house them together.
Ah.
Ah, Jesus.
What
What
the fuck
was that?
I don't know. I think it might have been the train.
Ooh,
Hank,
train.
Hank.
Trent, I like trains.
I like trains.
Today.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a train.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay, air vents. Underneath my desk. Hello, yes, hi, you're on. Here's the thing. It's winter, you should be warm. Why are you blowing cold air on me? This is why I keep you close.
Was
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yay! Hey, Prince. I was wondering where you were.
Yeah, I had to go get dinner. I
Ah.
posted a chit chat. No one bothered to reply to me, so I was just like, okay, no one wants me there.
No,
That's
I-
fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Missed
I am also
this-
playing a game, is worth noting.
That's fine. Well, that's good. Are you playing the Raymond Rabbits one?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Mario plus Rabbids.
Yeah.
I could play Minecraft right now.
This is a new one. I've never been called this before. Miss Disaster. I like it. I like it. I like that one.
Oh.
Are you doing? Are you going? Are you going to vlog again? Yes. I have a vlog channel. Is it in the description? Yeah.
You have a vlog channel now? Holy shit, too.
Yeah. So I've been posting the vlogs in the little important info for like the past like 3-4 weeks.
Kind of dead, so,
It's okay, man. Yeah, I turned our Let's Play channel, into the vlog channel because I already had it, and with Cody's new job, we haven't really had time to like sit and record Let's Plays on top of everything else, and so I was like, I like vlogging. I'll vlog now that I'm free. So I've been vlogging. I do once a week vlogs though. I don't do daily vlogs. I don't have fucking time for that. So, yeah, I upload them every Monday or Tuesday publicly, but if you're a patron of any tier, so the $1 tier, you get it 1 day to 2 days early before everybody else.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Also, someone said Minecraft, which reminded me to go grab my Switch, because Minecraft.
You have
This-
Minecraft?
I
Minecraft's
have
on,
Minecraft on the Switch. Yeah.
Minecraft's on the Switch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have Windows 10 edition, which means we could play together.
Yay!
I too have Windows 10 Edition, but I have to install it.
I have the normal Minecraft version.
I mean, I have, like, the purchase ticket. I just need to re-download it on my new computer if I ever feel like getting it on my new computer.
Hew. Oh, Rosie. Rosie, were you trying to talk?
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Let me get out my door, you stupid thing.
Rosie exists.
Ruzi!
I exist. I am awake enough to talk now.
I want to see Michi play Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft.
Wait,
Did you
really?
have Minecraft?
Yeah, I've never played Minecraft. Cody played Minecraft. Cody loved Minecraft. I've never played Minecraft. I'm not a big fan.
Do you own Minecraft?
No.
I know what I'm
We're
doing.
getting
with
you
it.
Minecraft.
No, don't buy me Minecraft.
Let us
It's
give
too
you.
late, I'm already going!
Now! Ah!
No,
I need to make a new shovel because my shovel broke.
Oh no.
All I know about Minecraft is that the creepers go, the creepers hiss and explode, you can punch trees,
There's dolphins.
Yeah, that's about all you really need to know.
and that people want to fuck the Elder Monster or whatever.
Well, yeah,
The Elder, you mean the dragon or the Ender Man?
Enderman, that's it. The black tentacle things.
Oh. The
Yeah, I'm
Enderman.
pretty sure you mean Enderman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what they're called.
That's tough. Oh, do you have to buy it separate now?
Maybe.
That's dumb.
Michi,
What do you have to buy
are
separate?
you late twisted goddess, publicly the element of art? I don't fucking know.
No,
I maybe kind of just. Oh, but if you guys didn't know, tomorrow I will be streaming on Twitch. I'll be doing live stream commissions tomorrow. I'm doing the little chibi expression headshots again. Cause I need money.
That's a mood.
Wait, you need money?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm doing commissions tomorrow. You just said I don't have a lot of money. Not even a fucking hour ago, you asshole.
Listen, I have money. I can give you money.
No, I'm not asking for. I hate asking for money. I'm not asking for money. I'm just. That's why. That's why I am. This is. God, let me talk. This is why I'm doing a commission stream tomorrow, so people can pay me for work.
Don't you have a Ko-fi that we can just donate money to?
I mean, yeah, I have a Ko-fi too. That's down in the description. That's not the point of what I'm trying to make here.
Just let us give you money.
Also, no, I will not play Fortnite. I'm sorry. I know it's a meme, but I literally do not like. I've seen Let's Plays of it, and I do not get the hype. I don't get it. Besides the fact that it's free, I don't get the hype.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about all there is to it. It's free. That's about it.
That's all what people play it, I think. I don't know. This seems stupid to me.
I mean, I will say the graphics for a free game that does seem pretty good, but again, I don't.
It's just fun to play. That's all I can figure out of it.
Well, that's good. Again, if people like it, I'm not knocking people who like it. People can go like it.
I know they do like events.
Just not your cup of tea.
Yeah, just not my cup of tea.
I know they do
There's
events.
a donkey outside my house. Donkey.
Okay.
Donkey.
Oh my god, okay,
Okay.
so speaking of fucking Shrek, this is so weird, because while I was in the bathroom, I was literally having like a moment where I remembered something I heard in a live stream years ago, and it popped back in my head for something while I was taking a dump. This is what I'm talking about with my brain. And I remember being like, oh yeah, you know, this person brought, they're like, yeah, Beauty and the Beast is good and all, but you want to know a real Beauty and the Beast story that actually has meaning? It was Shrek, because Shrek loved Fiona no matter what she looked like. Well, in Beauty and the Beast, Belle only liked the Beast when he got hot.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh my god. What the fuck?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know, I'm like, if you think about it, Shrek is a better Beauty and the Beast tale in that sense.
In that sense, yeah.
Yesterday at work, oh fuck, what's the song? The song at the beginning of Shrek was in
Smash
it was
Mouth.
playing at work. Yeah, it was playing at work, and I was like, I was walking back to go have my break, and I was like, oh my god, fucking Shrek.
I'm sad they're like remaking it. I don't want to see it. I like the original Shrek movies.
If they're remaking
Yeah,
them?
no.
They're
No.
making it?
Oh god.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. The new one coming out, from what I heard, the new one coming out is like a reboot.
Why? It was so perfect as the way it was. I could see like a remaster of like updating it. But
See,
don't
that's
do
what
it.
I'm saying. I've been saying that for a while now. Like, instead of sequels and shit, can we just get an HD remake of like old CGI movies? Because I would totally pay to go see that again. Like, if they remade Toy Story with the graphics they have now, I would
Oh, that'd be
totally.
amazing.
I would pay to go see it again. I would pay to go see that again. Same with like a lot of other really early Pixar movies. I would totally, hands down, pay to see those again.
I would pay to see them in the theater because I'm too young to have experienced them in the theater the first time.
That was me! That was me when Beauty and the Beast came back out, the animated one came back out in the theaters. And, okay, I saw that one in 3D, and I remember my dad and I were kind of skeptical, but it was actually really, really nice. It was such a weird way to describe it, because it was 2D characters, but the way they did it, it actually felt like a 3D space, but still 2D animated. And me and my dad loved it. Which is why when they were doing that, I felt bummed I didn't get to see Lion King in 3D when they brought Lion King back. But now they're remaking all of them into 3D, and I'm just like, I don't want that. I just want you to just fix up the animated ones.
I don't like how they're calling the new Lion King
live action.
Live action. I hate that so much. It's like it's CGI.
I know, it's all CGI. There's nothing live in it. And I'm not gonna lie, live action Rafiki freaks me out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I don't actually really like Disney movies.
Well, I mean, everyone has their own taste.
Yeah, to each his own.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how I don't happen to like a lot of live action movies.
Y'all are the first person to not chastise me for that.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I draw furry art on the internet for a living. I can't really judge anyone for anything.
What I think is funny is how Lion King 2 turned so many people into fucking furries.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
You're laughing! You're laughing! But I'm fucking right! You're laughing, but I'm right!
Listen. Kovu is hot and you know it.
Man.
Let me just say it now for everyone else here that doesn't want to say it. Kovu is hot.
Listen, I agree with you completely.
When I watched Moana, I was actually a little bit disappointed when it was done because it wasn't as good as I was expecting. For me.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I liked Moana, I did, but it wasn't like oh, Disney, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't.
Really overhyped here in New Zealand because
that was like Princess and the Frog for me. I was so excited for Princess and the Frog, but I had this ex-friend who was like grossly obsessed with it, and then this same friend kind of ruined it for me. So I saw it with my friend, and we had a great time. We really liked it. I thought it was okay. I was like, oh, okay, it's a good Disney movie. It wasn't like my top tier Disney movie, but I liked it, and I thought it was good. But then when Rapunzel came out, this friend of mine turned like full nutjob SJW about it before it was like popular. And the reason was it's the stupidest reason. It's because Alan Menken, who did all the classic Disney musical songs, he didn't feel comfortable doing Princess and the Frog music because he didn't know Louisiana jazz. That was his reason. They wanted Louisiana jazz, and he does like mythical fantasy stuff. So he turned down for it, but my friend went, oh no, he only does white people movies. And so my friend since then openly refused to ever see a white casted Disney movie ever again because of that. Because Alan Menken
no Disney movie ever again.
I know, and I was sitting here like, why? And I'm like, he openly admitted he doesn't know Louisiana jazz. That's a
style that he's comfortable with.
Yeah, and so because of that, I didn't get to like. It was kind of like, it was really just, this is why I'm talking about how, like, in high school I lost a lot of friends, because a lot of our friends were, like, weren't really friends. I thought they were friends. They weren't really friends. And it was because of stuff like that, because a lot of us would be like, oh, yeah, I want to see Rapunzel, but we can't tell so-and-so we're going to go see it, because they'll lose their goddamn mind.
I actually really liked Rapunzel.
I did, too. I honestly, this sounds bad.
It was a cute movie.
I felt like Rapunzel was more of a classic Disney movie than Princess and the Frog was. Like, Princess and the Frog was a much more modern movie. And like Princess and the Frog and Frozen and Brave, and I really like Brave, those were very modern Disney princess movies. But I felt like Tangled was one of the classic ones that I grew up with, and I really liked Tangled.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the Louisiana Jazz thing.
Yeah?
I was born in Louisiana, and I lived in Louisiana for about 20 years. I don't know Louisiana Jazz.
Yeah, see? So that it's... I don't know. It's like, to me, it's telling an artist that does mostly cartoons, okay, I want you to do this 3D landscape now. And it's like, that's not what I'm comfortable with. I don't think there's anything wrong with turning down something because you think you'd butcher it. I think that's more mature and more professional than being like, yeah, I'll try to do this thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why a lot of horror movies suck. And it makes me sad. Because a lot of people are like, I'll make a horror movie. And I'm just like, bitch, I'm gonna fight. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I ever had the budget, I would love to make a horror movie. I have
acted it for free if you're directing and writing.
I've had like this idea for a horror story for like years. That I and it sucks. I don't want to turn it into a book because I've only ever seen it as a movie, and I've always loved it. And I'm always like, if I just had the money. That's the only downside is I would need to have a big budget for it because the problem with a lot of good horror movies is it's like, oh, the premise is so good and the actors are so into it, but the budget wasn't there. It kind of kills it.
The worst.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to actually continue writing the screenplay for Theta Labs.
I don't think I've seen any good horror movies. All the good movies that are like sort of horror are mostly actually just thrillers.
Yeah.
I don't do horror, so I don't watch horror movies.
Okay, the Sinister to this day is one of my favorite horror movies. I think Sinister did so much stuff right. However, it's directed by it was bought up by Blumhouse, and Blumhouse made them change the fucking ending, which is why whenever I see Blumhouse movies, if you ever see a Blumhouse movie, any of them, it always has the jump scare. Every single one. It's become a meme in like the horror movie community. That it's like, oh, Blumhouse. Okay, let's wait. Figure it out. Let's wait. Up. There's the jump scare.
You know what? I didn't notice that until you said something about it.
Yeah, Blumhouse makes a thing in every single one of their horror movies. They have to end with a jump scare.
My boyfriend and I went to see The Nun, like during one of the last weeks that it was playing in the dollar store.
I loved The Nun. The Nun is a piece of trash. It is the best movie ever.
Dude, I feel the same way. I feel the same way about it, dude. It's bad horror movies are my guilty pleasure. I went to see Slender Man knowing it was going to be bad and loved it.
Okay, that's one I haven't seen yet because I'm waiting for it to go down on Amazon Rent.
Yeah.
Amazon Rent. I'm waiting for that to go down, then I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. Just have a Mitchie Patreon movie night on Rabbit or something.
Oh fuck! I should. That'd be fun.
It would be.
I would love to do like open commentary over movies because I love. That's another joke special my bad B-grade horror movies. But like again, the original Sinister. Don't watch Sinister 2. Don't watch Sinister 2. I was so disappointed. Do not watch Sinister 2. Just watch Sinister 1. Sinister 2 doesn't fucking exist. It was a great portrayal of a good horror movie and a passion project horror movie. And yeah, it ends on a jump scare, but that's the only really cheap shot in the movie. So that was fine. I really liked Hereditary, but the downside of the fucking Hereditary is now so many people hyped it up that like a lot of people go into it and they're disappointed because it's been hyped up. And an issue with Hereditary too is Hereditary very much is a slow burn horror movie. So like a lot of people who go see it they're used to. This is graphic, but I can't think of any way to say it. They're used to cum shot horror movies. So, like, if there's not shit happening every, like, 5 minutes, they get bored. So when you have...
Is that what that is?
I think it's...
Oh, it's what I call it. I don't know what the actual term is, but I like... Because slow burn horror movies... Okay, a good horror movie makes you think about it when you leave the theater. It sticks with you. It makes you unsettled and uneasy. It doesn't make you feel good. You don't leave a horror movie and be like, "Oh, that was a good movie." You're just just like, oh, I'm still thinking about that. Again, like I said, I like twisted things. So.
Well, yeah.
Hence,
no, I agree there. That's the best way to.
Yeah, like I'm.
Sinister.
Yeah. Oh, you have seen Sinister. That's good. Yeah, Sinister's a good one. Hereditary is really good, but another issue too is like another really good horror movie is Hush, but that's an issue with a lot of people nowadays. Here's one of my rants. Okay, so I have some friends that finger quote love horror movies. Finger quote. They like modern horror movies. That being said, I'm not like a snob and like the 80s was the best time for horror movies. Fucking no, dude. The 80s was the era of the slasher. To me, slashers aren't fucking horror movies. They're fucking gore movies. There's a big difference between a horror movie and a gore movie.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, like again, I love Saw. I don't think Saw is scary. Saw is a gore movie. Same with Final Destination. They're great gore movies. They're not really horror movies. But what was happening was Hush was on Netflix. I don't know if it still is, but it's a really good horror movie. It's a home invasion movie, but it's where the main character is deaf. So there are many times in the movie where there's no sound, and you just see the guy fucking with the deaf girl, and she has no idea. But you as the watcher know because you can see it. So you're just like, oh my god, my anxiety levels. It's terrible, but I love it. It was great. And so, because of that, I told my friends, since it's a very quiet movie and there's not a lot of dialogue, and not quiet as in A Quiet Place, because A Quiet Place is also a really good movie, my friend was like, Michelle, you're not allowed to recommend horror movies ever again. And I'm like, were you actually watching the movie, or were you dicking around on your phone while watching the movie? And they're like, well, it's a horror movie, I don't have to focus on it. And I'm like, boy, that's the issue.
Horror movie.
All of the horror movies are the ones where you have to watch them.
Yeah.
I recently watched Bird Box with my family, and
I love Bird Box. I thought it was great.
It was good, and also it annoyed me because I'm just like, you have 2 kids. Why didn't the fuck did you name them when you?
Okay, the reason for that, because that bothered me too. That was in the book.
Okay.
But apparently the book ending's a lot more fucked up than like the actual ending of the movie.
Yeah, I read about
Yeah, because apparently the blind school, spoilers for everyone who hasn't seen it, the blind school is the people made themselves blind on purpose so then they don't see the monsters.
Yeah, so it ends with the girl blinding girl and boy and herself, and then they get to live happily ever after. And I'm like, you know, I'm kind of happy with the movie ending. I'm kind of happy that, you know, you didn't blind your children.
I got a nice happy ending, and she saw her doctor who was like talking to her when she was pregnant because she hadn't been pregnant.
Yeah. Have you seen The Boy? The Boy's fucking hilarious. Okay, that movie's great. It's got Maggie from The Walking Dead in it, and I'm just like, oh, it's one of these movies.
The Boy?
Yeah, The Boy.
The Boy. I just thought of the New Zealand movie that we have here called Boy, and it is like it's great.
Let's see.
Boy.
New Zealand is really great. Toki Waititi is a wonderful director. I loved that movie to death.
Which one?
I love it so much.
Also, pardon that little comment I made there. I can never hear the phrase "the boy" and not think of Bucklington. It's because of a role play he had in a game called Intruder with Criken and crew. He was basically playing this old man who was he captured his opponents and rendered as, I grabbed the boy.
Oh my fucking god.
Now, it sounds like it's going one place, but this is one of those deals where it's going in a completely different direction. I laid the boy on the bed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I closed the curtains. I positioned the ray toward the boy.
What was he playing?
The Ray.
Oh, I didn't know what the name of the game was. I was like, wait, what?
The game is called Intruder, but it was a little role play they were doing.
Oh my god.
And it ends with, I turned the boy 80 years old ahead of time.
Oh, real quick, someone was asking about The Exorcist, and so I've seen The Exorcist, and unpopular opinion, I want them to remake the fuck out of that movie. Because here's the thing. I was not scared about The Exorcist, and here's why. It is a great horror movie for the time it came out in. I could totally understand that why it scared so many people, because that movie was so ahead of its time. But after I watched it, and read the book, I was like, this should get remade today. I think if it was remade today, it would be another good horror classic. If it wasn't full of jump scares, I fucking hate jump scares. Because jump scares are a reflex. Everyone's gonna jump at a jump scare. Okay?
Yep.
Like, it's not scary, so I would want them to remake it the book way. So that way they leave the classics in the thing, they go more close to the book, and then that way it can fuck up a new generation. Like, again, I liked the new Omen. The Omen remake that I think came out in like 2006 or 7 or something. Because there are some fucked up scenes in that movie that like really, really got to me. Because I watched the classic one growing up, but there is this death scene that fucked with me. And a spoiler for the Omen, the remake. When Damien is trying to kill his mom, his finger-quote mom, there's a scene where she's in the hospital, and he takes a syringe full of air and puts it in her IV, and the mom isn't like, she can't move. So you just watch the camera, watch the little air bubble go into her IV and follow through, and then she starts having a fucking stroke, and I was like, oh.
That one.
Yeah, it messed me up, and I'm like, that's, ooh. Hey, honey.
Damn.
I'm dying.
Are you okay?
I'm dying.
I
I
know
was
you're
waiting for someone to make like a slasher film where all the targets in the film are just modern day people like us, and the slasher gets to one of the kids, and the kid's just reaction is, "Are you ready to do this as much as I am?"
It's like that news article where it's like, what, you gonna fucking stab me? Stab victim said minutes before stabbing.
Exactly.
That is a mood.
My brother's name. My brother
stab me. You stabbed like.
My brother's name is. My brother's name is Damien. Yeah, no, that was like the thing, the Omen movie, Damien, you know, because Damien, the son of a jackal.
Fuck off, bitch.
Don't tell the son to fuck off. Give him some cat food.
He's a fucking cat.
Yeah, give him food. He doesn't have appendages.
Food.
He doesn't have food. He doesn't have thumbs. Cats don't have thumbs.
I can't help him with that.
Yes, you can. Put a little bit of food in his bowl.
Binks, grow fucking thumbs.
No, he can't grow thumbs. Then they'll evolve and they won't need us anymore.
Oh, bullshit. Who will they sit on laps? We have a purpose.
We're laps.
We are laps.
Give him a handful of food. He's hungry and
Let
fat.
me take my medication, woman.
Fine. Say hi.
Fuck. Hello, Internet. My darling wife is trying to kill me.
I'm not trying to kill you. I'm the one who's been telling you that if you work
Mail.
with I told you to work. If you work in the industry, you should get a flu shot.
Have you checked the mail?
No. You can go
Fuck.
check the mail.
Binks.
It's Sunday. Wait, it's Sunday. There's no post on Sundays. That's the
Did you check
joke.
mail this week?
Oh,
I did on Friday. Yeah.
did you get your dust?
Yes, I got the dust.
Good. I am glad.
Yes, thank you very much.
I love your husband, Mitchie.
Aww. Or loves you. He's the one that bought me the mic, and he's also a good patron, and he's funny.
Tell him he needs to cure the common cold.
He wants you to cure the common cold.
I just love Coda's sense of
If he
humor.
does that,
Hearing
I will
moves
give him
from
and money. No, son, come with me, son. I love you, son.
Here, Cody wants to take over for a bit. Cody,
What,
come
I
here.
do?
Yes.
I'm holding a cat.
Yeah, put the headset on.
But I'm holding a cat.
Put the headset. You can hold the cat and put
You
the
need to put the
headset
headset on. I'm holding a cat.
There's the mic. You gotta talk into that.
I'm holding
There's
a
the,
cat.
there's the chat.
I'm holding a cat.
Because
Guys.
they said they love your sense of humor.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
I don't mean to be crass. I don't usually talk to people when I'm holding a cat. Don't squirm. Don't squirm. For fuck's
You're
sake.
freaking him out. Just hold the baby.
I'm holding the fat child.
Hold the bean. Hold
Hello.
the pancake.
Hello. He's not a pancake.
He's a squish.
If he's a pancake, then I would eat him. So what's going on, guys?
We're talking about horror movies.
Oh. So, which one of you is going to cure the common cold so that I can exist without dying?
I don't remember.
No!
You don't remember the what?
He went like
I
totally.
don't remember.
The Dungeons and Dragons spell for curing the common cold.
So I had this conversation. Funny you say that. I was telling Michelle that no one in the wizarding world should ever be sick, because they could just Wingardium Flemiosa that shit away.
I fucking hate that. I hate it so much. I hate you and your puns. I love you, but I hate your puns so fucking much. I hate it.
Wingardium Flemiosa. So
Stop!
good. So good.
I haven't heard Cody since the avocado incident.
The avocado incident?
That video we made like a year ago.
That's a long
time
ago.
the avocado incident. Well, people want you to make videos too.
Ah, the avocado incident.
I like that that's like, everyone's like, yes, the day of the avocado incident.
We never told them we got real dick cactus. I never mentioned it.
Yes, we have a tiny cactus now that looks like a penis.
Yeah, my cousins gave us a very tiny cactus with a
Well,
head
kind
on
of.
it.
It's a very small cacti with a very yellow tip.
It looks like dick penis.
Tip.
Oh, a tip. I thought you said it had a tip.
If it had tits, that'd be amazing.
Tit cactus?
That'd be tit cactus.
I believe there's a succulent type plant that looks like little butts.
Oh, hey, Diego.
A buttulent.
Diego has our last name. I just noticed that.
I guess you could say you really want to give it the suck.
I don't know. It might be prickly.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, but if when you do eventually transfer someday, we live in another state, or is like, hey, if you come to South Carolina, I live there.
There is a school in North Carolina.
I know.
But the thing is...
I thought you wanted the NASCAR one, because that's the NASCAR one.
Well, yeah, but I can't... Well, wait, hold on. Could I teach NASCAR? I mean, I guess.
I'd
have to date my sister, and I don't have a sister, and that's a problem.
Oh my god! Tell them about that. When we went to North Carolina, the guy... Remember we went to the race event thing?
Oh my god. So,
I don't think I mentioned this story.
no offense, you live in South Carolina, right?
He was born in Louisiana. He moved there recently.
Okay. No offense, but I have
no
the
offense
only
to people
time,
who live in the Carolinas.
the only time, anyone who lives in the Carolinas, the only time I've seen an all-American redneck family was when I was in South Carolina. It's also the only time I have seen that much watermelon in one place, but it's also the only time I've slept, and this is still gross, the only time I've been in a moist hotel room.
Where the lady had no teeth?
With the receptionist had less teeth than a child that has just been born.
How?
It was bad.
I don't know, but it was wow. So we go to this. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, we went to South Carolina because I had an opportunity to try out to race on a NASCAR team, which was interesting.
Didn't get the job, obviously.
I didn't get the job, obviously, but it's okay. I mean, it cost me like a fuckload of money to go try and do it, but whatever.
But I mean, you got to drive an actual
But I got to go drive an actual NASCAR truck, which was pretty badass. But what's funny about that is we go to the event that was that night we got in town. There was a little race event going on this track. And if anyone's familiar with circle track racing, which is like basically backyard NASCAR, well, we watched the event. And one good old boy won, of course. There has to be a winner in a race. And him and his 5 children...
They were very nice people.
They were very lovely, nice people. I'm sure they were great to hang around with.
Just the stereotype was so real.
Just the stereotype was real. So he walks up, his children, of which there was 5, 2 of which were babies, one of which he's holding... And he's thanking the public and all this shit and blah blah. And his wife is there and his dad.
No, they were still in high school. Remember, because he said he had just turned 18.
Oh, that's right.
So they were still in high school.
Yeah, he had like at least I think it was no, because 2 of them were his brothers. That's right. 2 of them were his brothers. 3 of them were his children. He just turned 18.
His girlfriend was pregnant.
His girlfriend was pregnant again. His father, who was his pit crew / crew chief. Was
definition of white trash.
No, honey. Definition of fucking just all-American, honestly. I'm going to lay the scene. Honestly, this is what people I imagine think of when they think of Southern American. White male in his late 50s, potbelly, no shirt.
Wife beater. Oh,
no. No shirt, overalls, with one of the ends not connected, so you got full titty. Then he was not wearing any shoes, and this is his father / pit crew / event manager. No shoes, chewing tobacco, and this is in the winner's circle.
I thought he had a beer.
And he had a fucking beer in a cozy.
Oh my god.
This is just. Yes, as fuck. I mean, honestly, like if he was any more sunburned, he'd be leather. He was wearing a get her done hat or something like that. It was camouflage. That's all I know. So that's the father. The son who won the race was, in a racing suit and whatever. He gets out of the car. His wife or sister, I don't know, hands him a child. She is wearing, and I'll give 2 guesses to what she was wearing. Anyone have any guesses to what okay. I'll give you a couple options here. Booty shorts and a plaid shirt.
While pregnant.
Remember, she is pregnant during all this. Flip-flops. The alternate to this is a pair of black, juicy pants with combat boots. You know, the ones that say juicy on the ass? Those are the running pants that are super skin tight. There's a lot of camel toe involved.
Oh my god.
And a wife beater. So and like I said, combat boots. But for the other ones that are actually she was wearing sandals. So which of those two do you think that nice lady who's pregnant, severely pregnant, was wearing?
Probably the second one.
The answer is both women that were standing there were both wearing those items.
Oh.
There was one that was the wife. She was wearing the juicy shorts, stomach fully out, with a wife beater on, in combat boots. Yep. And I don't know who the other girl was. Maybe it was a friend, possibly his sister. Was wearing like navel cut off plaid. The stereotypical Daisy Duke looking shorts. Yeah, very classy. And he was holding it, and there's several children next to him. The child he was holding must not have been 1 year old and had a broken leg in a cast.
Oh my god, I forgot about the broken leg kid.
Oh my god.
Yes. The other children looked like that kid from the Peanuts that was all covered in dirt and he had the hovering, dust cloud around him. Those other children looked. One was a girl, I think. It might have been a monkey. But she definitely was interesting. And they were, probably very wonderful. Shirt off the back, giving you people. I don't know if you want the shirt off their back, but that's very American. It's very American. We'll go with that.
Very American.
Oh, and the crowd was phenomenal. He got up there and they're like, ah! All fucking catcalling and shit. It was great. And one of them was like, yeah, that's my brother right there, and fuck, that's his sister. My sister, and yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, and just so you know that every other person that was there looked similar to that. It was maybe.
It was the first time I had been around.
Yeah, it was the first time I really got redneck in my face, and goddamn, trailer trash. Wonderful people, absolutely great to hang out with. They were
some
all.
of them were assholes. I
was giving them the benefit of the doubt that I never met any of them, so I'm not going to be that big of an asshole.
I only remember the little kids who said I was old in my early 20s because I had a DS.
Yeah, fuck that child.
And then you did.
There were 2 of them because we were in the stands and I don't really do cars. So
and I love it because I went and Michelle's not feeling it because it's really loud race car stuff, and there's grandmas there and stuff, and they're sitting in their lawn chairs. And so I went to go get something to eat because I was hungry. We hadn't had dinner. And I got nachos, and they asked if I wanted grits.
All your nachos?
And I don't know why you would ask if I wanted grits with anything. Because it's...
No, we had grits.
Grits are okay, but not at night. Not when I'm at a... Why? Why?
Okay,
why?
Another funny thing on that was that same night, so we're Cali people.
Oh, dear God.
We're used to shit being open and after 10 o'clock, so we didn't have any toothpaste. So we go to get toothpaste, and...
I don't think anyone in that town knows what toothpaste was.
No, but remember, what creeped us both out was we couldn't find anything, and then we see a glow in the distance.
Yeah, and let me put this... You're from South Carolina, so you know how fucking, truly it gets out in the woods of that place.
He works in a sex shop.
Oh, that's so I have never experienced murder woods like I have in South Carolina. Don't get me wrong, the Carolinas are absolutely fucking beautiful.
They are.
They're 110% one of the beautifulest places I've been to in the United States.
And 99% of the people we talk to, we're nice.
Oh, absolutely.
We're very nice people.
100% lovely people to be around. But goddamn, if you walk 5 feet off the highway, you're gonna get fucked by hills and have eyes and shit right there.
Yeah.
And like,
Our satellite
no
TV
one will
went out
find
of
you.
Or satellite radio went out of reception.
Like,
My favorite thing about
Yeet!
Stop
eating my mail.
The New Zealand version.
What? What the hell? Well, you didn't finish. I didn't get to
Hold on,
finish the
she's
close.
talking.
Oh.
Go ahead.
The New Zealand version of a redneck is you wear gumboots, you wear cargo shorts, you don't wear a t-shirt, you have a whalebone necklace, and you are sunburned so badly that you can leave a mark where your whalebone necklace sits.
Oh my, that is some New Zealandy shit right there.
Oh yeah.
My iteration into what is like Australian / New Zealand, like that area of the world, like fucking redneck, was I watched a documentary on a person that is I'm a fan of his work, and he's in Australia in the middle of nowhere on a dry lake bed in the center of Australia, which there's nothing in the center of fucking Australia. And the man who is orchestrating this racing event where people are doing over 200 miles an hour and are like, this is the leader of this event, is standing with no pants on, wearing just tighty-whitey underwear. And then as a joke, he's got binoculars out there, so he just hikes the tighty-whities thong style straight up his ass, and then just does like this half squat and just stares off into the distance in these fucking... And I'm like, that is some fucking shit right there. That man knows what he wants.
That's one of our bogans.
That is a bogan. Yes, that's a definite bogan for fucking sure. Whew.
God.
Oh, and I've never been to a town that had, like, we went to this town and everything was fucking closed. Like, it's on some hard times. It's called Dillon. It was Dillon. Yeah, and Dillon it's met some hard times at least 4 years ago when we went.
My mom had land. My mom told us, she was like, I had land in Dillon. Can you guys? I'm like, Mom, everyone's selling their land.
Dillon is a fucking shithole.
What's funny is though how much my mom bought the land for.
Well, this is the part where they tell me, yeah, I grew up in Dillon. I'm like, fuck, okay.
Right.
No. They're like, no, fuck Dillon. What's funny about Dillon is it's the only place I've ever seen a police station that is closed.
And abandoned.
Because there isn't enough people there. In the town. So, if you're ever in South Carolina, in Dillon, and you want to rob somebody, they ain't gonna be no one there to fucking rob. You might get a lawn chair.
That was 4 years ago. Hopefully it got better.
I hope it got better. But you know what? I mean, at least on race night, you'll have definite entertainment.
Well, because it was good. Let me finish the story.
No, babe.
So no. While we were there, I was talking about the glow in the distance.
Oh, yes.
And it was a lone, large Walmart.
Yeah. It was a single Walmart. The only bastion of hope in any area of Dillon was the Walmart. It had bought everyone out in the local vicinity, including like everyone's dignity.
Yeah, the rumors aren't kidding about them killing like small businesses and stuff, especially out there.
It takes the businesses out back and fucking shoots them.
Yeah, so we went to get toothpaste, and when we were there, the lady's like, "You guys from out of state?" And we're like,
"How could you tell? Well dressed, I have all my teeth."
And we were like, yeah, and they were like, oh yeah, most people don't go out at night. And we're like, what does that mean?
And the ones who do, you don't want to look at them.
Yeah, that's the lady at Walmart
Because like, there's those jokes about Walmart, but goddamn, South Carolina's Walmart, like at least in that area, whew, God, boy, there were some lookers.
Dillon is like Route 66 in cars. What?
Dillon is off Route. It's not off Route 66. Route 66 doesn't go down there. There's another highway down there, but it ain't
Walmart just never dies.
Yeah, fucking A. It was entertaining. Although, alternate to that, I will say the Carolinas have some of the fucking cleanest roads I've ever been on.
Yeah,
which is so weird.
We could just neum down the roads.
I know, it was perfectly maintained highway for miles on end. And like, you could tell when you go to South Carolina because like, North Carolina, it's all hoity-toity fucking Yankee bitches. But then you go, the second you step over South Carolina border, the fucking lawns are 7 feet tall, there's 12 Camaros in the goddamn yard, and there's some motherfuckers sitting on porches who have, that's probably their life goal.
Oh my god, what was it? Oh!
Porches?
Okay, this is
No. You ever heard the, like, okay, it's ostentiously American to sit on your porch, on your land, with a shotgun, and your 12 children, and then like that's your land. That's the light. That's the American dream right there. You sit there, you have a glass of fucking moonshine. You've got your dog, whose name is Roscoe, and you have your 1968 Charger in the lawn up on bricks. It's the American dream, honestly.
Oh my god.
Your moonshine.
Well, this is random.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you forgot the toilet wine. I think you're thinking toilet wine.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, I know how to make moonshine.
They did have a swanky McDonald's with a chandelier in it.
Oh, and that's the only place I've ever seen a McDonald's that looked like a 4-star restaurant.
No, they had fucking booths.
No. It had like legitimate comfy booths. It was like there was a fucking chandelier, like a crystal chandelier.
And a McDonald's.
And it looked like a goddamn plantation house.
It was a really nice looking.
It was a nice ass fucking McDonald's. Also, Bojangles is the shit.
Honey,
Bojangles.
You didn't tell them how our dumbasses laughed for like 10 straight minutes.
Also, there is a place, I don't know what highway it is in fucking North Carolina, but Biscuitville is a thing, and Biscuitville is amazing.
We lost our damn...
We are so some white, stupid-ass Californians when we laugh for 5... I'm mostly white. For 5 straight miles about a place called Biscuitville. And them motherfuckers make so much goddamn money, you know it, because they are open 2 days of the fucking week.
And they close at noon.
And they are open from 10 a.m. to like 1 o'clock. For 2 days. It is retarded.
So this was really random, but I wanted you to talk about it when you were here. So remember, a long time ago, we were at a sex store. And you were like, I'm so happy you're with me, because it's weird whenever a guy goes into a sex store.
It is!
Because Or works at it's like, it is weird. Whenever,
okay, back me up on this, bro. It is strange, no matter, you could, actually, it'd make it even more strange if you were like a well-dressed person. But like, if you are a male in this world, you are oversexed is the thought process, right? You're just a dirty, depraved fuckbag. You need to stay away from anything sexual because it's just wrong. If a chick walks into a sex shop, there's no persecution, usually, from my outside opinion. I would give no fucks. I'd kind of be like, hey, she's ready to party, awesome. You know, whatever, she's into some weird shit, cool. If a dude walks...
she's picking up some bachelorette...
Yeah, bachelorette party stuff, whatever. I have, and this is a 100% true story. We fucking pranked one of my buddies. He drives a bit, or I don't know him anymore, but he drove a very large Ford truck. And he was like, well, we always made tiny penis jokes about it. And so we had this idea. Okay, I had this idea. And the idea was...
it was mine.
It was totally my idea because you guys knew me. I know that people like giant dicks. And it's more funny if you attach a giant penis to the back of a pickup truck of a friend who is very insecure about that sort of thing. And then follow said human being to his house and call his wife. So here's how the story goes. We played pranks on each other when I was going to school. And he liked to back his truck up against a wall. And he has a big motherfucking tow hitch. So my friends got together and
I know who this is.
And we took a trip to the local confectionery of adult items, and I bought the largest, most blackest dick I could find. And I mean like some we're talking forearm length bullshit. Like, this thing is a lightsaber.
Like it's a Pringles can?
Like, no, it makes a Pringles can blush, alright? So, like, you pull this out and you would kill someone with this fucking thing. So, we took it, we drilled the bottom of it out, and we stuck a big-ass bolt in it and then glued it in. So then, we went to his truck at lunch, and we took his tow hitch off and stuck the dick on it, and then bolted it down. Now, I preface this with the fact that this dick is like at least 1.5 feet long. It is huge.
I think I have the perfect visual representation.
No, absolutely. Just look up giant dick. Don't look up giant dick. Don't look up giant dick. That's bad.
There was one dildo at Adam and Eve that was called the, I think it was like the American Challenge.
Yes, that one. I remember saying something American.
It wasn't black, but it was like a purple one.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. It's like this darkish. Yeah. It was huge.
Just look at the NSFW chat, and I have the perfect example.
Yeah. So.
Why the fuck do you have that?
So go to NSFW chat real quick. I want to see I want to see which one. Let me see. Butt cactus.
Well.
Butt cactus. Hold on 1 second. That is it. That is 100% it. That is actually it.
Here's the thing. I'm holding this right now.
Really?
Oh my.
That's what it was?
Oh, that's right. You work at a sex store. I
Okay,
forgot.
so okay. Imagine that. That's like solid, like 18 inches long, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's huge. So now imagine this. You're a normal motorist, and you are driving down the road, and a large truck pulls up, and every time the truck stops, that dick just goes whap right into the back of the tailgate. So
I went to the tailgate.
yeah, so here's how this goes. We stick it on the truck. It's bolted on. It is not going anywhere. I'm really shocked it didn't fall off because it's a several pound dick. Okay, like that's got some girth to it, right? Balls and all. So we're following him down the road, and there are women in cars just hooting and hollering, fucking thumbsing him up and shit, just having a grand. There's old ladies who are fucking pissing their Pampers watching this dude drive by. And so he's like thinking he's getting like, and we're like 3 cars back, and we're just kind of like fucking rolling. And I call, my buddy knew his wife's phone, calls her up and is like, hey, fucking come outside when he gets home. Holy shit stacks, because this is back when I was in automotive school, so we were like not in high school. So he fucking pulls up, and literally he's all like, hey, everyone likes my truck, everything's going great, I'm having a good old day on my drive home. He went through a drive-thru and picked up food for him and his wife. I mean,
no!
So
I didn't know that part.
So Taco Bell got a fucking great job of fucking seeing that going on. And we sat like a bunch of tards laughing their asses off across the way. She didn't even, he couldn't pull in the driveway before she is pissing herself on the lawn, fucking laughing. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And we roll up like a bunch of dickbags. We fall out of the car laughing and dying on. And he's like, what the fuck is going on? And then he walks to the back of his truck. And I shit you not, there is dickhead impressions on the fucking back of his truck where it has thumped against it repeatedly. It is hilarious. And the best part was he tried to like rip it off, and it just looked like he was jacking it off because it was bolted on. Like imagine a fully grown, very large white man just going trying to pull a dick off a truck. It was so funny. Oh my god. He did end up being able to rip it off, and then he commenced to like throw it at us, and it was even more funny because it's like you don't how do you avoid a tomahawk dick coming flying at you? Like honestly, like oh my god, it was the best fucking prank ever.
Tomahawk dick.
Fucking beautiful.
I'm sorry, the proper term is tomahawking.
Ah no!
Suffering .mp3.
Someone has to draw that now. Tomahawk.
Oh god!
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Someone commissioned Michi to draw it.
Michi, draw the tomahawk.
I'm not drawing tomahawk.
Do it. You know you want to.
No, Penny.
Anyway, I'm gonna get something to eat, guys. It's been fun.
I was gonna say we're gonna end the series soon. Over. Oh fuck my ears.
Cody.
Bye, Cody.
Alright, Hubbins is gone.
Thanks, tomahawk.
Well, I'm happy you guys can enjoy my Hubbins.
See, this is why I love your husband, Michi.
Yay! I'm happy. Are you okay? You guys are dying.
Somehow I always murder your chat.
Recovering from that.
No, that American Challenge, by the way, we sell that at my work.
The American Challenge. Oh my god.
Wait, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's called the American Challenge.
Ew! 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 Why?
Damn.
I don't know.
The American Challenge?
I don't know why it's called that. Don't ask me. I'm not a dildo marketing team.
I guess it's a challenge to get the whole thing inside you. 18 and I know
I think
that. Why do I
Gucci
know
has
that?
been broken. Ow.
It's never too early to know about dildos.
I mean,
I'm 18 for sure.
I guess you're right, but no. Anyway,
I
what
guess, but no.
I was gonna say was, alright guys, it's been over the 2-hour mark. We're actually at 2:30, so I'm gonna have to head off. I know, we're having fun. We're gonna do this again though, so don't worry. Alright. I don't know yet. But don't know when yet, but definitely this month. So I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. I was dying there at the end. I'm happy that Cody was able to come in and make fun with you guys. See? I'm all blessed. Alright. Thank you all for coming. Thank you guys for helping support me, and I will see you guys later on this month and in the Discord chat, obviously.
Yee.
So,
Bye-bye.
I will see you guys later, and thank you on YouTube for listening and enjoying the Stram. So, bye.